what am I doing after this? I have different mediums. Like this is from the Flower. This is a lot of the things that are fabulous with junk journaling that I find. I haven't tried it because that's not where my mind gravitates to as far as junk journaling goes, but I have figured out that I can save stuff. A lot of the people are motivated in junk journaling by saving all the things they can from going in the landfill. That's one thing that I can say yes to. I can say yes to not throwing all the things in the trash. I put things in recycling, but if it doesn't have to go in the trash, even better. Like, let's try to do something. I mean, eventually it's all gonna go in there, but at least right now it's staying at my house. Now, I don't keep everything. I am trying to limit myself to one container, and that's an outright lie. Let me just tell you that right now. But this is the container that I quote unquote have. Just doesn't have junk journaling stuff. It has plastic bags in here because I reuse those when I want to do die cutting, or if I'm going to send little things to friends, or if I have stuff to set aside. Wow, that's in here. But I do have junk mailers, packaging that's like a specific size, or things that I might want to make into tags. I kept a lot of the Tim Holtz ones because they come in various sizes, but they do come in manageable sizes that I want to use. And then I just recently took out a lot of the 3D things that I have been collecting, because I've been more a Tim Holtz collector of his embellishments, especially the ideology stuff. More than anything, especially because I think his stuff is kind of pricey. And so I would only buy this if it's on sale, or if I found it at Tuesday morning, which I did a lot of this stuff, right? Like there's one. Anyway, I unpackaged it all and I put it in, guess what? One of the tins that my kid gave up. These I thought were a really neat size for a little journal. I can take off these bits and then use this for a small journal. Even if I'm just gonna throw this in my bag, put the paper in it, and then use it as a grocery list maker, or if I need to jot something down, I will have this when I make it. First of all, I have to make it first in order to use it, right? But I thought these were a really cute size. Or the other thing that I was talking about, because I think the last thing I spoke about for that art junk journal that I made is that I like the Day of the Dead culture. There are these things called nichos. They're like, and I've seen several mixed media people make them as well, where you cut into a box and it's like a diorama or like a little altarpiece, an assemblage. I've heard that word go around too. And they use those found relatives and then they make layers on it, and it's encased in a little box and it's all bejeweled and colored. I figured these would be a good size to make those. And I can even make one for our family cat that passed away and put his picture in it. And then this could come out during the Dia de los Muertos when I make my altar for them. And then that way his little picture is memorialized and in a frame of sorts, and that I can put up, and it's not just his picture floating around on the altar. So that's why I have a couple of these. And so these are saved in my eyes from the landfill. 1, 2, I don't spend $10 on a box, right? Because the ideology boxes, even though they're way super cool and they're way alterable, and I want to own all the Tim Holtz things, I cannot buy all the Tim Holtz things, and this is gonna save me some money. But still, like, I found something else that I can use and do. Here are the mailer envelopes. No, I cut this one. I already cut it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I put it in here. Here's a Stampin' Up mailer, Tim Holtz things, envelopes. A lot of paper bags are here. There's some more mailer envelopes are in here. A lot of paper bags. A lot of the paper that comes in I even have tissue paper in here. A lot of the paper that our packages come in when you order online, these would come in to like hold all your packaging together so everything doesn't jumble around. That's what these are. Pharmacy bags, sandwich bags. Tell me if I didn't just recently find a bag of paper bags from the dollar store. I have those in there, but I collected these because I had forgotten about that one set bag of sandwich bags. And so now I have these, and I'm not going to try to use the sandwich bags until I do something with these things. Here's some more big packaging boxes that I thought would be this would be a cool size notebook. I like the big chunky spine. And so I figured I'd want to use that. A little paper bag. I saw somebody make Cafe Craft, I think is her name. She did these adorable gift bag journals. So cute. And she uses the handles, I think. And I thought that was super cool. You can use these mailers that are folded. There's some that have like 3, or even fold in half and then fold out in half again with 4, and that you can use. And just plaster stuff all over it. This was sturdy cardboard, again, to use as a cover. It's almost like a traveler's notebook size. These brown bags that are like from gift shops, the mailers from the mail also. And I love this color. I really like office supplies. I've always been drawn office supplies as a kid. These are from the school that the kids used to bring, so I'm gonna make those eventually into a junk journal. I want to use these as layers, either to stitch onto beforehand or before adding it to my journal, or after, or not. It doesn't matter. So tissue, this was deli paper. I've seen ladies do jelly prints on the deli paper, but you can also use this to stamp on. It just depends on the kind of ink. If you use distress ink, the images are not going to come out clear. Sometimes they'll bubble up on different types of mediums, so you have to watch out for that. And then some are not permanent, so you might want to use a more permanent ink rather than one that is like a distress ink, for example. So I want to use these on a jelly plate. These were tissue paper that is between transparency paper. I wanted to use a medium to make stencils with so that I can add them onto the jelly plate. I'm going to cut shapes out of these and then make my own stencils so that I can use them over and over on it. I think this would be a little more durable. I'm gonna see if it works. I started looking for cardboard with different size ridges, right? This has the smaller lines, but this cardboard, yeah, they're gonna be further out and bigger. I can take out the layer of the cardboard and use this for mark making, or if I cut it in different shapes, like a circle, it can have the stripes and the circle, or I can leave it solid like this. This is a smoother surface, and maybe I can use this side. So that's what I'm planning to do with these right now, is take that apart. And then also, do you guys want to see the other thing? My mind has been everywhere except for what I really should be making next on the list too. I boiled tea, guys. I've been tea dyeing with it. I started experimenting with some of these sprays that I've had forever, like these dilution sprays. Now I've sprayed it as I sprayed the tea on it, which is what I did with this spray. And so I've just been spraying different sorts of paper, either letting it drop like this or just spraying it. And then I've heard from ladies that they use plastic doilies either over or under their papers to make the pattern. This wasn't dark enough either, so I went in and looked for my Mr. Huey's. These have been in my scrapbook room for ages. I added a few drops of this and put it in here and made it a little bit darker. I kind of like that, and I've just been dyeing white paper, and I've been letting drops dry out like that by themselves. And so papers that I use to spray over with, those are these pages here. I'm gonna use them in junk journals now because they found a new life, and that's what I'm gonna do with this tea. So I'm gonna finish this get on to doing my shapes for my jelly plate. Maybe at one point in time today, if I have time, find my jelly plate and then maybe do some more jelly printing along the way. One more thing, this packaging I'm going to save, and I want to make mixed media art with them. I want to make them look like glass. Found this lady, another lady. Like I said, I've been deep into the YouTube mixed media finding artists type of situation because that's where my mind is at right now. My mind is racing and I can't stop. My mind won't let me focus on anything else. But she did these really cool glass things, and they have tape over them, and she made them look like tin type art. Super cool. I have another bottle of these. I'm gonna add a different type of color of ink, like this water cooler, and then experiment with the tea and the ink and see if that'll give me a different color. But that's all I'm doing right now. If I missed anything on the junk journaling aspect of it all, let me know. You can use whatever you want. Any type of medium that you can either paint, stamp, color, embroider on, sew on, whatever it is that you want to do on it, you can. Cards that people throw out. People collect old vintage stuff too that they've loved. I have a box of vintage. Oh, I found it. It was sitting undisturbed. I don't know where the packaging is, but these are the jelly plates. I bought a 3-pack. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. If you stuck around and are still subscribed, I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out. And you can tell why I haven't been very prolific in what I do. My mind has just been everywhere. Thank you for being here. We will see each other in my next video, hopefully sooner rather than later. Let me know if you're interested in this. Let me know if it doesn't interest you. What have you been up to? Would you like to see any craft alongs? They'll probably be this long because, as you see, my mind is everywhere. If you don't like these type of videos, I won't be hurt about it, promise you. If you don't mind having a ride along with me as to how we do things around here, then let's do it together. I'm all for it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.